Hey everybody, in this video we'll be covering how to enable favorites. By favorites or saves, we mean the ability to click maybe like an icon, a heart, or a save button to save either listings or users to the currently logged in account that you're in. Customers would be able to favorite listings or users so they can return to them for later to their profiles for later or anything like that. And you can name collections, whatever you want, and you can have as many different collections as you want as well. So the place that you would go to create a collection like this would be you log into your admin account, click the wrench icon, go to settings, and on the settings page here, you would go to the integrations tab to select collections. And I usually like to create just one favorites collection for both users and listings, but if you want to separate them into multiple, you can also do that. And I would call it something like favorites or saves. And you can leave a description to help people know what it's for. Keep track of your favorite products, services, and sellers for later. Create collection. And to hook this collection up to your app, if you click the little pencil icon, it will provide you with some links. If you want to add listings to the collection, aka connect this heart button or the save button to listings, you would copy this link. You'd go on the link around the button. So it has to be like a button or a link element. And you'd put in the URL under the settings tab in Webflow if you're doing it in Webflow and paste that link in there. Please note that it is passing a listing ID or a user ID depending on whether you're favoriting a listing or a user. So you do need to pass an attribute under the custom attribute section, which is an HTML attribute with the name TG tag attribute and the value link so that we can pass that parameter in the URL. But that's all you would need to do. I'd recommend selecting open in a new tab, which will take you to the favorites page after you heart it. That's the best interaction we have at the moment, but we will be pushing updates to make the favorites button instant so you can see just at a glance which ones have been favorited and it doesn't take you to a new page. But for now, we'd recommend as of today checking this box to make it open in a new tab for the best experience. If you were doing this for a user on a user profile page and you had a little heart button or a save button on the user's profile, it would be the same process to connect the button, except you'd copy this URL, the add users to collection URL, and just make sure that you also have TG attribute equals link added as an HTML attribute to pass that user ID in the URL. As long as you do that, it'll add that listing or user to the currently logged in users collection. And if you want to add in the user's account in their dropdown or navigation a link to view their favorites, the link will just be this URL. If you're on this page viewing your collection, it'll just be your subdomain /collections and then the collection ID. You'd copy that and connect that to any link for the customers or the sellers. If I wanted customers to have access to, or buyers to have access to their favorites, I could go into the buyer nav or the buyer account. I could connect in the drop-down favorites by copying the URL here of the collections page, the favorites page, and pasting it directly here, and then publishing. And that's all that you would need to do.